It's Friday today, September 18. The storm just passed Cebu. It stopped raining last night about 6 o'clock. So we are now just having the sunshine again and just cleaning up the leaves that fall from the storms and the mud that's carried it off. So now we are on our last working day for the week. So old Lito is still on his rendering on the back of the dirty kitchen. And let's see what the others are doing. So Junel is back to work today. He's absent yesterday and he is now taking the forms off from the pour that we done on the header beam last Tuesday. I was just asking Jarell what he's looking for because he needs some brace for the scaffolding that he's doing because he is now on the next panel and he needs a brace for the scaffold. So this is what Jarell has been doing yesterday. This panel here. So he will be doing the next one. Then go around and on the back of this. I have to close the gate. These dogs won't come in. So all of this will be rendered now. He finished this too. And the columns is just go back to do that. So he is on this side now. And he's using the scaffold that we done here. So that's what he needed the brace for. Because I want it all finished. So it don't look like half finished now. I want it all, the whole house to be finished. Now I got plenty of time. Because for the past few years I was so busy for something else. Now on this side, Julito has finished the wall and on the bottom of the bottom part as well. So he's now doing the top. Hopefully he can finish this today and then start on the columns. So that's a good job done. This is also the one I have missed to be done. That part of the dirty kitchen. So I want everything now to be rendered, the one that's not rendered. And then after this, waterproof, the budget waterproof formula that I've used. And also Old B likes to have another wall here. Take up all these bananas because bananas are deadly for uprooting concrete. You might think it's a very soft, mild plant, but no. You know, the rootings on the bottom are known to uproot concrete. They go under any crevices of the concrete. So I want this all uprooted. So they cannot grow going this way. They just grow down there. You know, if you put a bar, cut off their main thing, their main rooting that goes here, because I don't know why the Loy has planted all these bananas here. He should have, I told him to plant down there. He just seemed to work like on the edge. Like, look at that. He just cleaned up the edge. So this is the next project that we're gonna do here, is to Old Bees, Little England around here. So the view is now looking nicer. It's like, it's calm now. It's not so breezy as it used to be before the storm, but now the wind starts coming in. You can see the grass starts moving. This morning is really humid. So it's now 9 o'clock in the morning here in Cebu, Philippines. So this is how our top beam look like now. It's all been taken off. And it's becoming, it's smoother, so it's only a few areas that needs finishing. I mean rendering, just squaring up, but basically it's all smooth out. I'll just pass here. So it's looking good. So it's only need a little bit of squaring and then we're all done. Tempa. Pa-videohas ako. I was telling the Lloyd that I'll get in to take a video. So you can see it's really looking nice here now. I can't wait to move in my stock here to clear out the ginutan na doon kay magpahimo ba siya lain dihas kuan. I said tell him to save up all this wood and plywood. Ibutangi lang siya pangitay siya lugar diha. Oh, na lisod. Karon di malata. So look for space inside my storeroom there. You know. Saluyo. Kuan na kayo ang mga lansang mga kayong iro. Gikuha di mo lansang? Lagi. Kasam check. Make sure you don't have any protruding nails on it. Saluyo. Protruding nails on it because the dogs will step on. So it's looking good. I will quickly go down to the city because you know those container with lid that I showed Old B yesterday from S&R, he likes it. So he sent me down now to get 10 of them for his filtration system. Now he wants me to cancel the order because you know those big blue drums, I have 15 more coming on that one, and he changed his mind now about this container. So now you can see what I have to put up with. He buys things and then discard them when he don't like it anymore as quickly as that. And so I just have to buy this container because if he don't like it as quickly as that, I'll end up with a container for my storage. But this container is quite good, quite well made. It's quite hard. I was actually sitting on one yesterday and it carries a person's weight. I mean, plastic, and it's a hard, I know it's a good quality plastic than the storage that you can find in department store. So it makes good sense that he will have to use that one for his filtration. And it's also slotted in to stack up to one another, so it's quite good actually. So I'll just have to let go of this food panda to go ahead. It's a food panda that lives up on the top of the hill. He's not delivering, he's going to work. So it's now a nice and sunny day here on the hills and in the whole Cebu City at all. Maybe all the Cebu City provinces as well, because after all the rains, so people are cleaning up their yard, all the leaves, the mud is being carried around. So I'll be showing you the ride as I arrive in main Talamban area. I am now here in the main road of Talamban. I'm on my way now to SNR. I have to go by Cebu City way, you know, because if I turn left in Kabangkalan Road, that will also take me to the highway for SNR, but I think Cebu City way will be the best way to go there here now today, because it's not so traffic. So this is still Talamban Road. That's Plaza Alicia, and on the left there, that's where Kabangkalan Road. That's where you turn to Kabangkalan Road rather. But I'm going straight on to Banilad, Talamban Banilad. So I will go by San Jose de la Montaña, and then towards Mabolo. So you guys see all these big buses. There's a bus there, there's a bus here, there's People's Jeep, that one's Series bus. So there's 3 of them running around now as buses, the Series, the People's Jeep, and the Beep bus. Their plight is like, their route is Talamban City Hall. I'm now going up to the overpass here in Banilad. You can see up there the University of Cebu. So traffic's quite good. It's not so clog up. So this is the best time to go out then. It's just 10 o'clock in the morning. So someone's cleaning this overpass. Now on the main road. I'm gonna go by a country mall to avoid all this checking. I'll just go in country mall because they're queuing up again for the inspection of passes. Look, it's clogged up there. So what I tend to do is just go in country mall. Then you don't have to go through that inspection of passes. Although I do got my pass, but it's just hassle. So I go this way. That's Gaisano Country Mall over there. Which lately I often go here for groceries, for my local groceries, because it's nearer to my place than, although there is Robinson's place on my area, more near, but it's not complete. So if I go this way, you can get out without to have the inspection, and opening your car if you don't have anyone with you. That's without the pass. You know, the QR pass. The one that's taking long here sometimes is the one that hiring taxis, because taxis usually go around here to pick up passengers, and then when they get in, you start going. I passed by Country Mall. I am now on my way to, this is Archbishop Reyes, on my way to, like when you go to Ayala Center Cebu from my place, from Talamban, but I'm going underneath the next overpass, so I could go to SNR via San Jose de la Montaña, passing through Mabolo. So that's IT Park that you can see on the right side. And that's the branch of Mandawi Foam. It's smaller than the main branch in Hernan Cortez. So I'm gonna go this way. That's the Cebu Country Club. You know, like the rich people here in Cebu would like to play golf there. That's their association, the Cebu Country Club. And this is soon to be the next entrance to IT Park, where 4 buildings will be built there by Philinvest. They even advertised there on the tarpaulins. And this is AROP, the Emergency Rescue Unit, where you can call them for any ambulatory situation that you can need an ambulance. And although this is the entrance towards our IT Park, this road, but this has been blocked because there's still a dispute over the ownership of the land. So look, the familiar vendors on the streets as allowed by the government. Even though we are now on MGCQ, few people still can't go back to work because some of them have skeletal workforce, so they can only work like half of their working days and take turns with other workers, so they still need extra income. That's why they're still allowed to sell items on the road. And even though we are MGCQ, minors and senior citizens 60 above and below 21 are still not allowed. So now I'm in the intersection. If you go on the right, that's going towards IT Park Salinas Road, and if you go on the left, that's going to San Jose de la Montaña. Right to the end, you can end of that San Jose de la Montaña, you reach SM City Cebu. So like across this, the Region 7 TESDA, you can, some of our OFW brothers can improve their skills there by learning welding, machineries, and all the skills job improvement, skills education improvement. Women, a lot of women are learning sewing, cooking there. For they give you certifications that you have complied with the training requirements, then you can go and apply abroad. Now here, this is Cebu City, so you don't see the counter that who's going green and who's going red. We just still have to wait for the lights to go red or green. Now I'm gonna go left, so I'll just turn on back when I'm there. Now I could go straight on and turn left over there where the traffic light is, but I would rather go here on this I'm thinking about, I don't want to smack that motorbike. No, I would rather go here on the roadsides, you know, the shortcuts like this, because it's easier, and then it's not so traffic as well. This is what I call the back roads. So I usually study the maps whenever I go before, what is my destination, and look at the back roads that I could take just in case I'm stuck in traffic. And that's where I learn the back roads around here on the city. So now I'm gonna connect to the Mabolo Kasambagan Road going to Panagdait. So this is what they call Cabahug Road, but most Cebuanos call this as the Panagdait area. So you can see here Sarosa Hotel, Castle Peak, and Kima Glass, which is the old merchants around this area. So by the end of this road, you can see Sykes building. And there's a new mall there, GPH Center. So this is on the way to the Sykes building, Panagdait. So that's Sarosa Hotel. So when you want to have a gas, there's two stations. Actually, there's 3 gasoline stations around this area. So I usually pick up gas around here when I'm on my way home because I know Talamban, Manila is so traffic during rush hour. So when I think I need some petrol, I get it here first before I continue on my journey towards Talamban. Now you can see there the Gagfa Towers and the Sykes building beside it. And you can see Jollibee and Burger King on the right side, and a lot of restaurants in the ridges. That's the Gagfa. It's mostly call centers. Businesses are in there. So this is it's 12 o'clock now, so I could see people having their lunch. And there's the bargain sale. What bargain? Expensive used cars. And all the urban dwellers on the side, which is really an eyesore, but it's the government's job to sort them all out. I could see that they're taking out their posts now, keeping the tarps off from it. So there's a foreigner walking on the roadside on the right. So I'm on my way now to SNR. We are now in Hernan Cortez Extension in Subang Dako. And you can see the familiar Subang Dako market. This is the Subang Dako market around this area, right underneath that overpass. It's hard to find taxis around here, although they now put a bus stop. But if you're catching taxis in here, no way, because there's no stopping area here. So if you're stuck, go walk further and go to the main highway underneath this overpass, or you walk backwards here towards the Hernan Cortez main road. Then you can see a lot of taxis there, because there's Alpa Suites Hotel where taxis just stand by waiting for guests to ride on them, so you can catch them up there as well. And that's the Mandawi Highway, Subang Dako underneath here. But again, the highway is also hard to catch. You need to have the proper taxi stop area. So Landmark Plaza, that is usually just offices, and LTO in here for Mandawi City, which reminds me that my multi-cab and the old banger needs to be registered. That's the building that's rising up there, because that will be the area of the new IT park. It's called differently, but you know, it's still called centers and stuff like that. That's Japan Trade Center on my right side. I'm gonna go turn around, and this is the back roads again towards SNR. Better with the back roads, to be honest, because you get your trip shortened. This is the UC Medical School area from the North Reclamation Area Road, which we're gonna be turning on the right. And here we are. We are now facing SNR, because if I go on the main road, I still haven't reached until now. And I gotta go back early, because I got lads working on me. Otherwise, the boss is off, the rats will be playing. So here I am inside SNR. I'm gonna have to buy him these boxes, and it's a 56.8 liter capacity, so I'm gonna have to buy 10. Like I told him, it's quite a heavy, very sturdy box, you know, not those softies like the Rubbermaid, but it's very, very strong. So I'm here now to get 10 for Old B. So if he don't use it, I could use it for my storage, but I know he'll use it because this is quite good for his filtration system. So from there, that's the only ones left they have now. So I pick up 12 for Old B to set his filtration system. So the boxes can stack like that, because they have been slotted in to stack up like that. And this brand is called Holmes. So it's quite very thick plastic, not like the Rubbermaid that it was before. So that's the one I'm gonna get now. I'm gonna roam around to what else I can do. There is a lot of buy one take one here in the shampoo section. You can hear the there's a lot of buy one take one. I know Regina will be dying to come here. Come on. And even on the other side. In even the prices of chicken here, for 114.95 per kilo, you get another kilo, so 50% off. And the quarter leg as well. So even their sliced bread is buy one take one. It's so hard to get crazy over here. There's a lot of buy one take one tempting me, but I gotta go before I got so much damage instead of sticking to my budget. See, bread is buy one take one. The white bread and the wheat bread of Ichipan, you know, the very soft bread, Japanese technology. And there's a lot of buy one take one. That's the one on offer. Loaf cakes. Yeah. The flavor is Choco Mallows, double chip, choc chips, and Choco Cappuccino. At $1.89, you get another loaf. I just show you the drinks to show Old B what is in here. Excuse me, sir. So these are the samples of the drinks. So Old B will have an idea. So Old B, your Bell's blended Scotch whiskey, original 1 liter is $5.99. And that's the one on offer now. And the Jack Daniels as well. from SNR, I could see that the dark clouds again is coming up on the sky, so it means it's gonna rain again this afternoon. I hope it won't rain until the boys have already done what they want to do. So you see, it was really hot and now the dark cloud starts looming again. So I'm here back to where I've been. This is the Subang Dako market area. And in here where you can see the cityscapes, the Alpha Suites, the Bamboo Bay condominium community. So this is all located. And before, you know, the cheapest tile area used to be at the end of this road, right there on the left corner. But now you can see they've been closed completely, and now it's gonna be by Tally Suites. So another condominiums or maybe hotel. Now I'm back to Hernan Cortes Road because I'm gonna pick up some Japanese takeout food for my daughter. So that's the Bamboo Bay community. You can see all their buildings there. There's like small condominiums, mostly owned by Koreans, owned by Burberry. So I'm here now in Oak Ridge picking up the Japanese takeout for my daughter. And what you're looking at here is the marketplace. It's a branch of Rostan supermarket, and they are known for, like, if you want hassle, not a lot of people shopping area, although it's a bit pricey, just a little bit from the normal grocery stores, but usually you find there that there's not a lot of people shopping, and they're open until 8 o'clock in the evening. Even it's pandemic now, they are open until 8 o'clock in the evening. So from 8 to 8. So that's a good place for you to shop if you really don't like all the crowded shopping malls like the Metro, and you don't mind just a little bit expensive, but the convenience of shopping, look, with not a lot of people around. Even in normal days it's the same. I was here yesterday on my favorite gasoline station, Caltex, because you know I use Caltex because they got Techron, and I've proven it with my old banger. When the line on the engine was open, it's still looking like new because I always use this one. And also the old banger runs better with that kind of petrol. If I do have other petrols, it seems to be getting funny. So I always stick with Caltex when it comes to the old banger. But this one, this time, yesterday the prices is a bit higher, but now for the silver it is 48.64 per liter, and the premium is 49.64, which is like 2 pesos lower than yesterday with when I was putting petrol on my old banger. I'm going up now to the hills of my place, to the hills of Cebu City, and you can see that the dark clouds is looming. So we thought that the rainy season's over, or the rainy days is over, but still it's coming back. Look, it's getting darker and darker on that side. I'm here in the back roads as usual. It does give me more time, saves me 6 kilometers, and although it's a rough road, I just go slowly. It's still better than going through Pitos, where there's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of pedestrians and blockage on the road. In here, you only have to slow down on this part where it's not cemented, and at the end of this one you're already in the main road of Pulang Batu. So Here is it all the dark clouds looming above. Oh, come on, rain. So someone else is passing through here. A pickup. So there's a lot of concrete houses around here now in this community. But you know, when the community congregates, expect here in the Philippines, it's very noisy. People shouting, people singing, or just merely talking, but with a loud voice for everyone to hear. So that's why I moved to the hills, because I used to live in those kinds of community. So I know Old B don't want that kind of community. And the same thing with the subdivision, where you are the medium-sized subdivision or the small-sized subdivision, it's the same, where your neighbor is just the walls between you. That's another very noisy. Okay, so that's the problem we have here, because people renovate their houses, they got nowhere to throw their rubble away. Look, and they will just chuck it there in the middle of the night, so no one will be watching them or stopping them. So that's what happened here. Look at all the rubbish there from people renovating their houses. There's a Fortuner on my back. Why don't you go ahead? So because I'm on my small car, you can go better because you're 4x4. So here we go. So he's leaving there, but I'm still gonna go up on this rough road on my small car, but I'm just taking it slowly. Just don't want to force it before the suspension will get buggered. But I think Old B will be waking up soon, so I need to be back there so I can give him his breakfast or lunch. But that's the only one, and now it's all cemented road back to where my castle is. But look at the mountains, are all dark. This is what I call here the sloping road. Like in our dialect, we go on the sloping road. And that's the main Pulang Batu road down there, where you're gonna meet all the 10-wheelers. And there's a 10-wheeler there that's standby, of all places that you can stand by. Just arrived from S&R, sorting Old B's stuff. So here you can see that it's all cleared out now with all the pieces of wood. There's a little bit left there, but they can chip it off when they start rendering. And it's looking good. Not a lot of rendering on the header beam is needed. No, I was stopped a little bit because you know that way there, I was thinking of building it up like a proper firewall, because that will be the generator room. So I'll make them file some blocks here on that end, so it will straight up all retaining walls, so the smoke from the generator will not come through my guest storeroom. So that's why I got stopped, because I'm thinking as well that there's an idea that come to my mind that I will want them to file a block on top of this one, so it will be a proper firewall. Then even if I have to chip that piece of tile that's facing that column on the end, so it will be straight up firewall. That's what I'm thinking. So it just dawned on me just now looking at it. So when they for the floor on the other side. I'll show you what they're planning to do so you can hear the mixer now going on. This is the part that I want them to make a flooring on. So it's also like 6 inches up. So those PVC pipe that I have them connecting the wire is higher than the 6 inches. So you can say that they are tied in, and we still can see them when we have the floor done. So this is what I mean, that since this is the generator room, I'd like them to file the proper blocks up there, square it up on the top of the roof, so there is no smoke going inside my storeroom. So this is what I plan to do next. So I told Janelle I will tell him. I think I mentioned it to him a while ago, that it seems like I want you to file that one. Now I'm looking at it properly. I do want him to file blocks on that one more, like 2 or 3 lines more, 3 I think, to make it a proper firewall up there. So this is now ready to be poured. They are pouring it now. And vibrator ready. Then that will be a good job done for this week, because this is the last day that he'll be working. It's Friday today, see. He only works 5 days a week. So Scammy and her kids are here. They are now big. Look. The boy and the girl already got a horn. So they're almost the same size as Scammy now. So there they are. Only Junelle and Daloy is pouring that little bit of column, because like old Lito here, I want them to be more productive, not all in one work. Now old Lito here is now finished the wall, so he's just doing the squaring of the columns to make it prettier than what it is now. And then when he's done, he can help Jarell, or they can start the rendering inside the storeroom. So there's plenty of work, because my outside wall here got a lot to square on. So it's just making it prettier. And I said, don't make it so perfect. I just want it all that I don't want to see like a crack, or just like one look is already square. Because we will waterproof it with our budget waterproofing as well. So here, Dalo is doing the mix. He estimated to be 5 bags just for that small floor. And over here, Jarell is almost done with another panel. And they just leave the column for the last. They just do the panelings first. So that's the one he's doing right now. It's now looking tidier the way I like it. Not just those blocks that you can see and it starts making green, because when it starts drying up, like here, I already make them render that gap. So I will be putting tiles on the bottom, because if I have to keep on spraying bleach every 2 months, that will be a lot of work. Whereas if I tile it with highly polished tiles as a skirting, then the molds or cannot stick on. So it will not be looking green and anxiety. And looking good. So it's 3 meters in between. These columns. So like that's 3 meters there. 3 meters. This is already 9 meters, 12 meters. But I know it's 3 meters in between the column. So the rendering is good when it's done, making the place tidy. So that's how Janelle done it. She do it by the wheelbarrow and then slowly taking him inside the flooring area. Huy, masuk. I'm telling them if don't put cement on the pipe. And they say they won't. Make sure. We are now on the last 30 minutes of the day, 4:30 now, and Janelle's almost done as well. Only that corner left to be done. So the Delo is just picking up more muck so it can be poured there. So we'll be done for the day. So Jarrell has done on here as well. So he just started the rest of the muck on the next panel. So it's now looking good, more cleaner. I'll check on what Julito has done here. Okay na. Nindot na. Okay na. So I've done a good job. Baldi is looking for his bucket. Da, kana. Then he can do both side and next week, because tomorrow, Saturday, their job is to pick up aggregates. You could never had enough aggregates, you know, because there's always something that you want to have it clean. If you got a big place like mine, or I want to clean there, either you use the sand or you use the fine sand out of it. And even if I stuck up on those aggregates, it don't get rotten anyway. It's only sand and gravel. So I could just stuck it up in one place of my property, which is now across. That's why you can see the sand and gravel all bagged up. So all the new ones, the new one that they've taken on, will be stored across, not here. That's quite a good job there. Then he can do the corners on Monday. I got the last piece of glass for the budget bungalow windows, so Janelle can install that. Just insert it on the door windows, and then you can put the silicone on Monday. And that's it. I'm done with the budget bungalow. So they are now smoothing out the render, or what they call rhodelia here. So instead of a sponge, Jurel is using an old mineral water bottle and just squirt as needed, which works better than a sponge, because you don't keep on bending down, get water. It's already there. You only have to fill up the water bottle. Because I've noticed that the panels has already been rendered. It looks wider, you know what I mean, than just those blocks I could see when I get out. Well, that's a good idea what he's doing about putting it on the water, then the sponge method that they used to do. So the mat needs one more mix because it's still deep down there. Usa pa daw tunga. Ha? Tunga. So they're only gonna have to use 1/2. So it's finally done. The flooring for the generator room. So I want this all cleared out here. Chip all these droppings from the beam. So that's because that is coming from this beam that's crossing over. So it can be chipped off when we do the tiling all around as well. So that's a good job done. Then on Monday, Janelle will just install the last piece of glass for the budget bungalow windows, and then he'll come here and file those blocks up here to make it a proper firewall. And that's it. That's our end of the day. They're just keeping their tools now. This flooring here have used 7.5 bags of cement just by this size.
Exactly what I was going to say. So you owe me 1,000 pesos.
No, you said 10. I said 7. So it's only 0.5. That's the difference. So 10 is so far away. I'm the closest one. I said 7. So the 1, 2, 3 mix. It has 7.5 bags. So like the rendering outside is using 4 bags in each panel.